Hello, it's the Cryo Lady. So how are you doing today? Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm 59 today. It's my birthday. Yes. So happy birthday to me. I got some good presents, by the way, just in case you wanted to know. Is it your birthday today? Because if it is, happy birthday to you from the Cryo Lady. All the way from the U of K. Anyway, I'm going to get into this thing right now. I actually had on TikTok, was it TikTok? I think it was TikTok. Someone tried to send, I had a request from, what's it called, Mummy Heather. An account called Mummy Heather. Wanting to send me money. Yeah, right. No, I don't think so. Because that, there you go. Blemish repair. That's a scam, by the way. If it seems too good to be true, then it most likely is too good to be true. So yes, I'm 59 today. I was born in 1966. Did you know that was the last time that England won the World Cup? Now I know Scotland always, you know, it's funny really because football is, so apart from anything, football was invented in England. You know, it was invented in England. We invented football like we did many other games, like we invented cricket, we invented rugby, you know, all that kind of stuff. And anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, so are you a football fan? Because, you know, I know loads of people are. And it's not really what you'd call a polarised. Well, it is a bit polarised in some degrees because you get some people that take it to the extremes. But anyway, yeah, so, you know, what football team do you support? Because I'd like to know. It'd be interesting, really, I suppose. But anyway, yes, get into it. My birthday today. So what did I get? Well, I got a pair of Puma Carina high top trainers. Those ones, do you see those? I wanted those. I got those off Snowy and Banksy. And then I got from the husband, I got these snooze band, like top of the range ones, because I wanted those as well. From the eldest and Snoops, I got this. So this is 100th anniversary edition XO Chateau Fontpinot cognac. So I collect that, by the way. So that, because it's a limited edition as well, that's going to be worth a lot of money. I won't drink it, by the way. I don't. And I also got some chocolates as well. I do have something else coming, and also I got some money from Phil as well. So that's really cool. And we're going to go out to one of my favourite breakfast spots, which is Ockham Farm, where no, we just have this running joke about Ockham Farm, but I'm not even going to bother going there, I think it's silly. Anyway, I've washed my hair, so it's hair wash day. I don't wash my hair every day because, well, if you know from my previous video, basically I had an acid perm on my hair, and also, you know, because that's supposed to be kind to your hair, and also it was for tinted hair, but it didn't come out particularly well, so consequently it's quite dried my hair a lot, so I have to put a lot of product into it, which I do. I put about 4 or 5 different products into it, but I also do colour my hair. I'm not particularly happy with this red colour at the moment, so I do have some it's called, I think it's L'Oreal Coliston, was it Weller, I can't remember. Anyway, it's professional hair colour, so I'll be doing that at some point. But yes, I'm going out today, going out for a little drive around. And here's the funny thing, the other day when we went out over to Brixham, and then we drove over to a place called Kingswear. On the way back, we dropped off in a place called Noss, where there's a big marina. But as we were driving along, we were driving down this road, and it's called Slappers Hill. Now, in the UK, if someone is a slapper, then that would be a reference to someone who perhaps of loose morals and who puts it about quite a bit. Adult workers, people, things like that, you might call them that as well. But in all honesty, I don't really, that's what that phrase is used for. I mean, what do you think? Do you think that's funny? Is that funny? Is that a funny term, slapper? So it kind of conjures up this. See? But yeah, I think that's the connotation of it, really. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, what people do with their lives is their business. I'm not here to judge anybody. I don't care. I've just actually, you know what? I was reading some news stories about manufacturers in China, and people are saying, okay, there's been a lot of pro-China videos out at the moment saying how all the manufacturers are laughing. Well, actually, you know what? They're not. There's a huge trade fair going on at the moment, and the trade fair covers the size of 200 football pitches. You can imagine the size of a pitch, 200 of those.
Pretty immense.
And a lot of the manufacturers are either have had to stop production because this guy, it was a story in, I can't remember, it's maybe a story on the BBC News, I think. And they said that they'd sent someone out there to speak to manufacturers to find out what was going on. Now, although Trump has dropped the tariff on phones and devices, computers, laptops, things like that, the 124% tariff remains in place. So you've got people that manufacture stuff like, say, for example, there's a guy that has a company that employs 400 people that makes ice cream makers, and their main customer is Walmart in the US. And Walmart can't buy it from them anymore because Walmart cannot pass on that tariff, 124%. They can't realistically pass that on to their customers. And it's the same with, things like washing machines, tumble dryers, all of that stuff that's made for the American market in China. A lot of the suppliers in the USA, especially big places like Walmart, they're cancelling. They're just not, and people are sort of getting laid off. Factories have just stopped production, So it's not all true, all this stuff that, the Chinese are saying, oh yeah, we're doing well, we don't need... Yeah, they do, because a lot of people are going to go out of business now. I guess that's what Trump wants, really. I suppose he does. Some kind of global meltdown. Maybe if America did make... See, America would have to manufacture these things themselves, but they'd also have to deliver it at a competitive price. And in all honesty, there is absolutely no doubt that once upon a time... Oh my God, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me.
Sneezing in a mask, that's unfortunate.
Anyway, I better go now. Goodbye.